Jason. If you haven't, please click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave a message in the comment section. Alright, today I'm going to comment about a new Namewee song, and this one is a parody of the COVID situation and also China's response to the COVID situation. So we're going to play through this parody song one time, and then I'm going to play through with commentary. Okay? So if you have any comments, feel free to leave them during the live stream. Alright? I'm going to play this Namewee song. What is the title of the song?
Invite You Out.
Oh, Invite You Out. Okay.
The Chinese name called 揪你出去玩.
Okay.
Can you say that?
揪你出去玩. Okay. So here we go. Here's the Namewee song.
COVID-19世界各国在一天当中全面达到零确诊的目标。另外，所有罹患肺炎的病人也突然全部复原，而且没有任何复发的迹象。当然，也因为疫情的结束，所有国家都陆续开放国门，解除边境管制措施。WHO 秘书长谭德赛也紧急召开记者会，公开感谢中国对全人类所做出的巨大贡献。而各国民众在得知这样的消息之后，当然也陷入疯狂。此时此刻，正在世界各地举办轰趴大幅庆祝。
好想飞到纽约，立刻坐上飞机，然后飞到武汉，热干面配豆皮，到印度吃了脆皮巴西嘉年华比基尼，到过俄罗斯的娃娃，战斗到流鼻涕，伦敦大教堂跳舞，巴黎铁塔射飞机，德国怒冲马德里，飞奔罗马竞技，热气球要看迪斯坦，跑开宝马传说，柏林伊索比亚找谭先生一起打太极。朋友在哪里？好久都没联系，整天闷在家里，你爸爸快要窒息，赶快买张车票，搭个飞机，不管去哪里。你不要再说话不救啊！我现在就要救他，要救你，救 everybody。想要救你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以。想让全人类传染我的热情。想要救你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离。只要群聚在这里，感情不会便宜。丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑。丢掉天文记到你，不去实名，我就是我 ，Super 看听。头脑发的搞笑，因为太想出逃，心跳加速狂飙，因为快受不了。你好是谁不重要，我只想当一号主角，快接种我的疫苗，成分里有过量欢笑。和人只是连接，没有安全距离，写下了放不平 ，Easy call me baby， 把观众讲给在口里，大口用力的呼吸，快乐就像病毒，传送不随你。朋友在哪里？靠车都没联系，这天困在家里，0.8快要窒息，赶快买张车票，搭个飞机，不管去哪里。你不要再说话了，救！我现在就要救他，要救你，救你的阿姨。要救你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以。想让全人类传染我的热情。想要救你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离。只要群聚在这里，感情不会便宜。丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑。丢掉体温计让你不去实名，我就是我 Super 靠近。 玩，要去哪里我都可以，想让全人类传染我的热情。想要揪你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离，只要群聚在这里，感情不会变异。流量咆哮，流量怀疑，流量灵魂可以让你不去水里，我就是我，super 抗体。
在稍早呢所播报 COVID-19 病毒消失的消息完全是误会一场。那么根据了解，这个 WHO 是拒绝承认曾经发布过这样的消息，他们并且声称这样的消息呢是由另外一个组织叫做 WTF 华了发所发出的，这目的是为了造谣嫁祸给中国政府，因此研判是一帮邪恶的境外势力组织。那么有关单位呢目前已经确认超级病毒并不存在，也再度证实 COVID-19 在昨天突然变种升级，目前这个传播速度相当惊人，以1传1000的速度在世界各国扩散，而且病患只要咳嗽3下就可以轻易的传播。我们要在此呼吁观众朋友加强防疫措施，做好最坏打算。而对于坊间所流传的假消息，本台表达严正谴责。不过我们会持续站在第一线，为大家追踪 COVID-19 的相关消息。新闻最后要预祝大家平安顺心。
Okay, so we just played through the video one time. I think the title is Invite Me, is that right? Invite Me?
Yeah,
by Namewee?
Yeah.
All right, do we have any comments?
Yeah, Chris Lin say, "Hi, bro. Good evening. Nice."
Thank you, Chris.
Johnson
Thanks for
Lin
watching.
say, "That's a funny song, mocking Chinese that is so great they can even defeat all different kind of virus."
Yeah, I got the. It's kind of a dark humor.
Poke fun.
Yeah, poking fun of China's handling of the COVID-19 situation, and also the WHO was a party to misinformation, especially in the early days of the COVID outbreak. They said that they did not think human-to-human transmission was possible when they likely knew better. So as a result, yeah, they lost the trust of a lot of people around the world, the WHO, and trust in China was already very low. So I don't think we lost a lot of trust in China, but definitely, now I think more of the world knows that we can't listen to anything that China says, basically. So this time I'm going to play through the song and comment line by line, and if you have anything to add or anything to correct me on, please let me know. And thank you for watching Jason Adam TV. So the WHO has announced that China has invented a new super virus to kill COVID-19. This sounds like something cooked up by the Global Times in China, a news story that lauds China. So this is a parody. So this super virus that kills COVID has spread to the entire world within a week, supposedly. As a result, COVID-19 has been eliminated. It's gone.
Wow, so good.
世界各国在一天当中全面达到0确诊的目标，另外所有罹患肺炎的病人也突然全部复原。
All COVID patients have miraculously recovered without any signs of relapse.
而且没有任何复发的迹象。当然，也因为疫情的结束，所有国家都陆续开放国门，解除边境。
So countries are lifting border restrictions and reopening.
禁管制措施。WHO 秘书长谭德赛也紧急召开记者会。
The WHO leader Tedros has held a conference to openly express gratitude to China. Yeah, and I think the WHO has kind of backed away from being so close to China, but they've already done a lot of damage. They showed that they were willing to parrot what China said in the early days of the pandemic, and because of that, precious time was lost and the virus was spread around the world. China knew about it in time to close its own borders, but they allowed their people to travel and spread the virus around the world.
公开感谢中国对全人类所做出的巨大贡献，而各国民众在
Its enormous contribution to mankind.
得知这样的消息之后，当然也陷入疯狂。此时此刻，正在世界各地举办轰趴大。
Now, I wish we were engaging in parties and the borders were open around the world, but of course that's not the reality. I'll say this is very different from the Namewee songs that I've heard before. Usually they're like ballads, they're kind of slow, and this one is more like a rock song.
Which you like?
Yeah, I usually like rock songs. I like rock songs with a lot of guitar, like the hard rock songs of the 80s, like Van Halen. Can't wait to go to New York, waving flags at the MSG. Now, at first I thought MSG was monosodium glutamate, the food additive, but actually Jason tells me it's a basketball team. I'm not a sports fan, so I have to take his word for it. To Wuhan for sizzling noodles with bean curd. So again, poking fun. Wuhan, he makes a lot of virus references in the song, and of course Wuhan was the place where COVID-19 began, most likely at a wet market, but it could have escaped from a level 4 biosecurity lab in Wuhan. To India for flying chapati. I'm not sure what chapati is, so if you could tell me, I would be grateful. To Brazil for carnivals and bikinis. So it sounds like he's ready for a party. Of course, this is all tongue-in-cheek. And there's a long history of people making parodies about deadly incidences. Some people might find it a bit irreverent, but I think it's a very healthy way for people to vent their frustrations by making parodies of things that are beyond their control. Battle with a Russia's Matryoshka until I can't take it. This is kind of strange. A Matryoshka is one of those nesting dolls, like those little dolls inside dolls. So you've got the mama doll and then the baby dolls inside, and they nest inside each other. So that's a Matryoshka doll. I don't quite get the reference. If you could fill me in.
I think that Namewee try to mock the reality that actually you can't do anything right now.
Okay, so he's talking about going to Russia. While most people can't do anything
because of,
because of border restrictions and the virus and everything.
It's a mocking sound.
Dancing on London Bridge and a selfie under the Eiffel Tower. Sounds romantic. Riding a bull from Madrid to Rome's Colosseum. That would be interesting. View Istanbul on hot air balloon and shuttle Berlin in a BMW. So he's living the high life, or he's dreaming about living the high life.
汉堡开宝马传说玻璃伊索比亚造。
Meeting Tedros to train Tai Chi in Ethiopia. So I get this reference. He is poking fun at the head of the WHO, Tedros.
Beats around the bush all the time because Tai Chi, we kind of like a beating around the bush.
Okay, I did not get that. Yeah, so Tedros beats around the bush because he's afraid of offending China, and Tai Chi is kind of like a martial art, but it's more like it's not fighting. It's like
Yin Yang.
what's that?
It's a take a long time.
Okay,
The Chinese Kung Fu.
okay, Chinese Kung Fu.
谭先生一起打太极。
Where have you been, my friend? Again, poking fun at Tedros. And let me tell you, I'm not sure about other countries, but in Taiwan, no one trusts Tedros. They trust him as much as they trust President Xi of China.
You know why? Because he
basically lied, yeah.
he didn't recognize Taiwan in.
Also, yes, he hasn't recognized Taiwan and hasn't allowed Taiwan to attend the WHO, even as an observer in the WHO, World Health Assembly. So there's a lot of politics going on and probably a lot of money changing hands under the table. That would be my guess. And so the WHO has kind of been an apologist agency for China throughout the COVID-19 outbreak.
在哪里？好久都没联系。整天闷在家里，你爸爸。
Stay at home all day, your dad is suffocating. Now that could have a double meaning. Maybe he's suffocating because he's tired of having you at home all day. So he wants more freedom. And it could mean he is literally suffocating because of COVID-19.
快要窒息，赶快买张车票，打个
Just book a taxi, a flight, anywhere is fine.
飞机，不管去哪里，你不要再。
Don't say that I didn't invite you.
Joe is Taiwanese.
Joe, okay. So he's speaking Taiwanese here.
Yeah.
说话不
Is there any special significance of him speaking Taiwanese in the song?
Not really.
Okay. Maybe just a nod to Taiwan.
救啊！我现在就要救他，要救
Now I'll call him, call you, and everybody.
你，救 everybody。
I want to hang out and play now.
I want to point out the fact that the reason why we use Taiwanese slang or terms all the time is because that we speak actually differently from mainland China. So it's very easy to distinguish the people from China or Taiwan.
Okay. So by speaking Taiwanese, you can easily distinguish yourselves from mainland people in China. So someone said, "This sing-a-song gift for some party." Yeah, this is a rock song, kind of like a party
It's just
song.
a rock song. It doesn't have any double meanings.
It doesn't?
Wishful thinking, I guess.
要揪你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以。想
I can go anywhere I want to infect everyone with my enthusiasm. Now this one hits a little too close to home because there are a lot of useful idiots that believe the misinformation that the COVID virus is not deadly for most people. And so they have continued to move around and party and spread the virus. So also I do believe that China allowed people out of the country to spread the virus around the world even though they knew that that it was a potentially deadly virus and could spread from person to person. I remember a news article that was done by one of Taiwan's CDC members. He flew to Wuhan, and back then it was just labeled a type of pneumonia, and he noticed that all the doctors were wearing full PPE, and he immediately became suspicious when they told him that they didn't know whether it could spread from person to person. So when he came back to Taiwan, he advised that it could spread from person to person, and Taiwan was one of the first countries to close its borders.
让全人类传染我的热情，想要揪你出去玩。
I want to hang out and play now. Hug each other, no quarantine.
It's so difficult nowadays.
Yeah.
抱在一起，没有隔离，只要群聚在。
As long as we gather here, feelings will never mutate. So again, a play on words. Mutate is usually a virus term or a medical term, meaning, you know, to change form. But he's saying our feelings for each other won't change.
在这里，感情不会便宜，有点复杂，
Get rid of the mask, zero suspicion.
有点怀疑，有点平稳。
Toss the thermos and put the heat on me. Now, this one confused me until Jason pointed out that actually the word in Chinese is thermometer. The English translation here is wrong. It should be toss the thermometer and put the heat on me. A thermos is actually an insulated bottle that's used to store coffee and other heated liquids. So I was confused at first until Jason explained what it meant. So again, he's poking fun, saying, "Get rid of the thermometer and put the heat on me." Real name is not needed. I am who I am. Poking fun at the real name identification system that many countries have implemented in order to trace COVID outbreaks. Super antibody. So does this mean he deflects all diseases? He's like Superman when it comes to diseases. All right, thank you for watching Jason Adam TV. If you have any comments, please leave them. And if you disagree with an inference that I make from the video, please let us know. Okay? Okay, rock solo here. They need a loud guitar there in the rock solo. Okay, there's the guitar for a short time. All right, high fever rages with burning desire to escape. All right, so I think he is again talking about COVID, but I could be wrong. Did we get another comment?
Johnson Lane pointed out that there was Dr. Rowe who flew to Wuhan to
Oh, thank you.
verify it. Yeah,
Thank you. I'd forgotten the guy's name. But I remember reading the article about it. Okay, so burning desire to escape. I think everyone feels that burning desire right now. Most of us haven't been overseas in over 2 years. Last time I went overseas was to my mom's funeral in 2019. So I take that back. We made one last trip to the Philippines in early 2020, right before they closed the border. So
there was a time we saw a cruise, a boat.
Yes, there was a boat that docked in Manila Harbor. It was one of those cruise ships with passengers infected with COVID-19. And you know, most of the people in Manila were not wearing masks at the time. Most of the people we saw did not wear masks in early 2020 in Manila, Philippines. But luckily, we don't think we caught COVID. We had a cold. We didn't lose our sense of smell. We had a cold after we got back from Manila, but we didn't lose the sense of smell, and we didn't have a fever. So I doubt that it was COVID. I think it was just a regular cold since it was winter time. When we got back, it was cold here. Okay. Heart pumping hard? What? Oh, I hit the wrong button? Okay. Let me scroll back a little bit. I was still thinking about our trip to Manila, I guess.
Here?
Oh, heart pumping hard, patience beyond guard. Okay.
It's a rhyme.
So a lot of COVID patients that have most COVID patients have a extremely high pulse, a high heart rate. That's one of the hallmarks of the disease. Patience beyond guard. So I guess you have to have a lot of patience to deal with the virus situation. Forget who was zero, just call me hero. Okay, so yeah, China would really like for us to forget that patient zero was most likely in Wuhan, China. And they have actively obfuscated the search for the origin of COVID, even though that search could really help scientists who are trying to track the evolution of the virus.
Back then, Wuhan, there was a true hero, Dr. Li Wen.
Yes, Dr. Li.
Li Wenliang.
Dr. Li was a whistleblower who was taken into custody. He later died from COVID.
Yeah.
He tried to warn his circle of doctor friends and was detained for doing so in the early stage of the virus. And sadly, he passed away from COVID. He's the real hero, one of the real heroes in this fight. Okay, VRA Fun said, "Hi, Namewee plays another good song with hidden message." Yeah, this one, I think the English doesn't translate as well from Chinese, or maybe the person who translated didn't do a great job, because I feel like I'm missing some of the references here when I'm listening to the song. I know it's a parody of the virus and China's handling of the virus in the WHO, but Jason laughed out loud when he heard the song, and I don't get it well enough to laugh out loud, but I do understand that it's a parody. So if you have a better translation, please feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I will mention you later on in this live stream or in the next one. Get my brand of vaccine, for the content is rejoicing. Now, I know this is making fun of China. China has tried to, actually they put a lot of pressure on other countries to not deliver the vaccine directly to Taiwan. They wanted Taiwan to use China's vaccine, Sinopharm vaccine, even though the efficacy of that vaccine has been lower than other vaccines such as BNT, Moderna, etc. Okay, we got another comment. Okay, a political comment in Chinese. If you could leave a comment in English, I can read those directly. If they're in Chinese, Jason has to translate for me. But thank you for leaving a message. No safe distance for our relationship. So maybe he's saying he's making a pun. They're too hot for each other. Or also, in the time of COVID, there's no safe distance between people. VRA said, Namewee wrote the lyrics saying, "I just want to be the number one hero." Okay. The number one hero. Maybe China was hoping to be the number one hero in this situation, but they flubbed up big time. They messed up badly. Okay, remove your PPE, kiss me, hug me, baby. Okay, so Namewee talks a lot about, love, making love. Maybe does he have a girlfriend?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's in his mind frequently. Crown Corona yourself and gulp deep as you breathe. Now, Crown is a type of liquor, and Corona is a beer in Mexico. So maybe he's talking about drinking.
No, coronavirus.
Okay. So yeah, corona is actually Latin or Spanish for crown, and that refers to the structure of the virus itself, and that's why it's called a coronavirus. Okay, gulp deep as you breathe. Joy is like a virus. I am the super carrier. So he wants to bring joy to the world. That's another song by Three Dog Night, Joy to the World. Where are you, my friend? Long time no see. Is he talking about COVID or Tedros or China? Or am I reading too much into it?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm reading too much into it. Stay home all day, your dad is suffocating. Again, he could be referring to your dad wants some free space to do his things that he likes, or maybe he's literally suffocating from COVID. Just book a taxi, a flight. Anywhere is fine. Don't say that I didn't invite you. Jason had an epiphany. Oh, what did you think about?
The double meaning of invitation.
Okay.
It's kind of like a warning.
An invitation in this case is like a warning.
Run away right now, right?
Oh, no, I didn't get that. So you're saying the invitation is like a warning to run away.
Yeah.
Call you and your auntie. I want to hang out and play now. But hang out and play is not like a warning, is it?
I want to run away.
So hang out and play means run away.
If you replace the word, you got a second meaning.
Okay. Maybe I'm losing something in the translation. VRE Fun said, I think about the lockdown for no social gathering. Okay, so maybe it's referring to the lockdown. And, China, parts of China and Hong Kong are still under a rather strict lockdown. Taiwan, we can move around freely within Taiwan, and we can leave the country, but we've still got a 2-week quarantine waiting for us when we get back. So that's a big issue. I mean, like if I were to fly back to the U.S. and visit my family, then that's like a 20-hour flight there, and I'd want to stay at least a month, and then come back. I'd have 2 weeks in quarantine. That'd be a month and a half taking off from work, and if I took off that long, I'm not sure I'd have a job when I came back, because I just started my new job. So yeah, it's prohibitive for a lot of people. They can't afford to take off from work for that amount of time. So we're still locked within our individual countries, pretty much. I can go anywhere. I want to infect everyone with my enthusiasm. Again, using medical terms for viruses or bacteria. I want to hang out and play now. Hug each other, no quarantine. I thought about this the other day. One of my youngest students, a little girl who's about 6 years old, came up to me and hugged me. And I wondered if I should tell her that, maybe she shouldn't hug me because of COVID. But I didn't want to discourage her because, kids will grow up. This is a formative stage for kids that age. They learn social interaction around that age because a lot of times it's, the first time they spend significant amounts of time away from home. And I don't want to teach her not to hug people. So it's a really tough time. And I really wonder how kids are going to function in the future, having grown up under lockdowns and quarantines. It really worries me for the children. As long as we gather here, feelings will never mutate. Again, using virus terms.
在这里，感情不会变异。
Get rid of the mask, zero suspicion.
丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑，丢掉疑问。
Toss the thermometer, not thermos, thermometer, and put the heat on me.
可以让你，不许是你，我就是我。
Real name is not needed. I am who I am. Yeah, sometimes, especially during COVID, I get nostalgic for the 90s. You know, when I was in university, we didn't have, we didn't have any of these precautions. We could go anywhere we wanted to. We didn't have to wear masks. We didn't have to register at each location. It's hard not to get nostalgic. And the 90s was before 9/11, so there weren't any of these stupid terrorist precautions put in place at the time. So it was a lot more free time, I think.
Super county. Let's party.
Okay, there's some guitar coming through on the on this part.
想要揪你出去玩，要去哪里？
I want to hang out and play now. I can go anywhere. He's dreaming.
我都可以，想让全。
I want to infect everyone with my enthusiasm. Maybe I'm reading this song wrong. Maybe he wants everyone to forget about the virus and just be happy.
Yep,
Okay,
you could be right.
I could be right. So if you have any comments, if you think I'm right, that he just wants everyone to forget about COVID and just be happy for a minute, leave us a message on our YouTube account, Jason Adam TV.
人被传染我的热情，想要就
I want to infect everyone with my enthusiasm. I want to hang out and play now.
你出去玩，抱在一起。
Hug each other, no quarantine. This does sound like a dream.
没有隔离，只要群聚在这里，感情不会变。
As long as we gather here, feelings will never mutate.
丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑。
I was thinking that is a psychological phenomenon. Whenever there's an emergency situation, people will follow precautions up to a point, and then they'll rebel. And I forget what that phenomenon is called, but it is a known phenomenon. People will get tired of being worried all the time, and they will just start ignoring precautions.
Denial.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stage of denial.
丢掉体温，
Toss the thermometers and put heat on me.
可以让你，不许是你，我
Real name is not needed. I am who I am.
就是我，Super county。
Super antibody. So maybe he's the cure for COVID. Namewee. Corey Chen said it's irony. So he's saying the opposite of what we would think. The opposite of what's actually happening. Actually, if we say the opposite of what we think, that's sarcasm. Irony is when the opposite of what we think should happen happens. For example, if a fire station catches fire and burns to the ground, that would be like irony, because we would expect there to be enough firemen at the fire station to put out the fire before it burned the station to the ground. Okay, Corey said he knows politics and is blaming the government of the CCP. Yeah, I get that part. I get that he's placing blame on the CCP. And I think most people around the world place the blame for the spread of the virus on the CCP. So I agree with you there. And thank you for leaving comments. If you have any more, please feel free to leave them on our channel, Jason Adam TV.
COVID-19 病毒消失的消息完全是误会一场。
Okay, so it turns out to be a misunderstanding. COVID is not cured.
那么根据了解，这个 WHO 是拒绝承认
The WHO refuses to admit that it has ever made this announcement.
曾经发布过这样的消息，他们并且声称这样的消息。
Besides, it claims the news has come from
但是有另外一个组织叫做
another organization called what the
B.
Yes, I'm not going to say the word because I'm afraid the video would be censored or, otherwise
WTF.
fall out of the ratings. WTF, in other words.
WTF 华了发所发出的，这目的是为了
So what does he say in Chinese? Does he say the word in Chinese?
But yeah, that's similar sound, but of course it doesn't mean that.
Okay. So this was in order to stir up rumor and slander
谣
China.
嫁祸给中国政府，因此研判
It is concluded that the organization is an evil foreign force.
是一帮邪恶的境外势力组织。那么有关
On the other hand, the relevant party has confirmed
单位呢，目前已经确认超级病毒并不存
that the super virus does not exist.
在，也再度证实
Besides, it is also further confirmed that the COVID-19 virus
COVID-19 在昨天
has mutated yesterday
突然变种升级，目前这个
to become far more
传
contagious.
播速度相当惊人，以
It is now being transmitted throughout
传1000的速度在
the world with a 1 to 1,000 infectivity rate.
世界各国扩散，而且病患只
Patients may easily spread the disease by coughing just 3 times.
要咳嗽3下就可以轻易的传播。我们要在此呼
We urge those who are watching this
吁观众朋友加强防疫措施，做好最坏
to prepare for the
打
worst.
算。而对于
In addition, our station categorically condemns
坊间所流传的假消息，本台
rumors circulating in the community.
表达严正谴责。不过我们
Nevertheless, we'll remain at the front
会
line
持续站在第一线，为大家
to bring you the latest news on COVID-19.
追踪 COVID-19 的相关消息。新闻最后，
Lastly, best wishes to you
要
and
祝大家平安顺
Oh,
心
that'd be a good.
goodbye.
Oh, I got you.
So someone coughed and everyone runs away. So they're scrambling to leave the party. So yeah, China has been putting out a ton of disinformation lately, and this is something I wanted to mention in our live stream tonight. Recently, China has attempted to redefine democracy. They're trying to say that China is a democracy. Of course, that's not true. And they have shown just how much they have been angered by President Biden's recent democracy summit. So, President Biden of the United States recently held a virtual democracy summit, and he invited representatives from many countries, including Taiwan, but did not invite representatives from China. Now, China tried to say that this democracy summit was not a big deal, but at the same time, they put on a huge disinformation campaign to try to say that China is a real democracy and America is not. And so just by this haphazard attempt at disinformation, they're drawing a lot more attention to the fact that they are not a democracy, and also to the fact that they have committed genocide. The CCP has committed genocide in China. And an independent tribunal just last week came to that conclusion that the CCP has committed genocide. So they drew more attention by protesting the World Democracy Summit. They drew more attention to themselves just at the moment that an independent tribunal charged them with genocide. So it's kind of like the Barbra Streisand effect. They are trying to put out disinformation, but at the same time, they're drawing attention to their human rights abuses. Another example is the movement to boycott the Beijing Winter Olympics early next year. Several countries have joined. I think so far Canada, the United States, New Zealand, the UK, and I'm missing some countries. I know several countries have decided. Japan, I just heard today. New Zealand. I heard Japan today is also going to do a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics in Beijing early next year. And the CCP has tried to say this means nothing. But at the same time, they continue to threaten these countries who are doing a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Olympics. They are saying that they are going to cause them damage for doing a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Winter Olympics in 2022. So they're just like a little kid. This is like something that I would see in elementary school. A little kid would say, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me." And then at the same time, they would get angrier and angrier until they blew up. So this is what Beijing is doing. They're trying to say, well, these diplomatic boycotts mean nothing to us. But at the same time, they're threatening the other countries, showing that, in fact, these boycotts do mean a lot to them. All right, did we get some more comments?
They're talking about origin of the virus. Okay, let's just play through it, okay, and play again, and while collecting their message.
Okay, so if you have any comments, please leave them. We're going to play through the song one more time. And thank you for watching Jason Adam TV.
世界各国在一天当中全面达到零确诊的目标。另外，所有罹患肺炎的病人也突然全部复原，而且没有任何复发的迹象。当然，也因为疫情的结束，所有国家都陆续开放国门，解除边境管制措施。WHO 秘书长谭德赛也紧急召开记者会，公开感谢中国对全人类所做出的巨大贡献。而各国民众在得知这样的消息之后，当然也陷入疯狂。此时此刻，正在世界各地举办轰趴大型庆祝。
好想飞到纽约，立刻坐上飞机，然后飞到武汉，热干面配豆皮，到印度吃了甩饼巴西嘉年华比基尼，跳过俄罗斯的娃娃，战斗到流鼻涕，伦敦大桥上跳舞，巴黎铁塔 selfie， 多怒冲马德里，飞奔罗马竞技，热气球要看第斯坦，抛开宝马穿梭过雷伊索比亚，找谭先生一起打太极。朋友在哪里？好久都没联系，整天闷在家里，你爸爸快要窒息，赶快买张车票搭个飞机，不管去哪里。你不要再说话不救啊！我现在就要救他，要救你，救 everybody。想要救你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以。想让全人类传染我的热情，想要救你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离，只要群聚在这里，感情不会便宜。丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑。丢掉天文机 hit on me， 不是使命，我就是我 super 抗体。 头脑发的跳跳，因为太想出逃，心跳加速狂飙，因为快受不了。你哈是谁不重要，我只想当一号主角，快接种我的疫苗，成分里有过量欢笑。和人只是人前没有爱情距离，写下了防不及 ，Kissy call me baby， 把欢唱下面再口令大口用力的呼吸，快乐就像病毒，太传播着 it's me。朋友在哪里？好久都没联系，这天蹲在家里，028快要窒息，赶快买张车票，打开飞机，不管去哪里，你不要再说话多久，我现在就要救他，要救你，救你的爱意。想要你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以，想让全人类传染我的热情。想要救你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离，只要群聚在这里，感情不会变异。丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑，丢掉体温计可以让你不去失明，我就是我 Super County。Let's party！想要求你出去玩，要去哪里我都可以，想让全人类传染我的热情。想要求你出去玩，抱在一起没有隔离，只要群聚在这里，感情不会变异。丢掉口罩，丢掉怀疑，丢掉体温计可以让你不去失明，我就是我。
稍早呢所播报 COVID-19 病毒消失的消息完全是误会一场。那么根据了解，这个 WHO 是拒绝承认曾经发布过这样的消息，那么并且声称这样的消息呢是由另外一个组织叫做 WTF 华了发所发出的，这目的是为了造谣嫁祸给中国政府，因此研判是一帮邪恶的境外势力组织。那么有关单位呢目前已经确认超级病毒并不存在，也再度证实 COVID-19 在昨天突然变种升级，目前这个传播速度相当惊人，以1传1000的速度在世界各国扩散，而且病患只要咳嗽3下就可以轻易的传播。我们要在此呼吁观众朋友加强防疫措施，做好最坏打算。而对于坊间所流传的假消息，本台表达严正谴责。不过我们会持续站在第一线，为大家追踪 COVID-19 的相关消息。新闻最后要预祝大家平安顺心，我们再会。
Okay, we got some comments during the break. Someone helpfully tried to point out what WTF means. And I already know what that means as a native English speaker. The comment was flagged for removal because they used the actual word. But yes, as a native English speaker, I'm well aware of what WTF means. Let's see. VRA Fun said thanks. Thank you, VRA Fun, for watching Jason Adam TV. Athena Hui said, she gave the victory sign. Thank you, Athena. Scott Lee had a comment in Chinese. Jason, can you translate that for me?
Chinese media always reported the news only according to the direction of CCP.
Right, and that's what an authoritarian government does. They control their media so that the media only releases stories that cast the government in a good light. And that's what's so dangerous about China. They would like for their influence, including media influence, to stretch worldwide. Let's see. JHN DVD said he used a sarcastic way to encourage people to get rid of masks and get together without social distancing and then become infected soon at the end. Yeah, I kind of got that this was, a sarcastic video of about COVID from the words and the context in the video. But thank you for your comment. All right. So we're signing off for now, and I would like to say, stand with Hong Kong, stand with Tibet, stand with the Muslims in Xinjiang province who are in concentration camps and under threat of genocide, and stand with all oppressed peoples around the world. Thank you for watching Jason Adam TV. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good weekend.